Hey everybody, I think it's like episode 160. I'm trying to get to the live feed on X so that I can get your comments. We'll open the comment section up on the rest of the chat rooms on Rumble, on YouTube, on Twitch. We'll get you guys going. We haven't seen you guys in a while. Obviously, life gets busy, and we're busy people. But we thought we'd hang out with you tonight, and Paul's with us tonight. And we're going to do some common myths and technology that includes war technology to the best of our ability. We cannot share with you anything that we're not allowed to share with you. But what we can tell you is that the technology that you think we have is vastly superior to what the Persians had in 700 AD. So I'm going to start with I see a lot of stuff on the internet that
Hey,
probably
can I can
go
I
ahead.
interrupt a second, Sean? Sorry, but I've got you and me down in the bottom, but I've got nothing on the main screen. It's
All right,
blank.
I'll look at it. You can tell me if anything changes, but on my end, showing I'm showing both of us on the main viewer.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, that's never happened before.
Well, I remember Edward mentioning that, and then I went back and looked at the show that Edward talked about, and everybody was on the main viewer.
Huh?
Uh, we'll mess with it. So see, there's that should have been just me, and now I'm going to cover. That should be both of us on the main viewer. See, technology of war, but we can't even do technology of podcasting, right? And then technology of AI, and AI can't
Right.
even fix this shit.
So if we're still getting our message out, I don't care if the screen's blank or not. Right?
Looks like it's to me, it looks like the main viewer is live. I am watching on X also right now. And it shows the main screen is live.
Okay. I'm good then.
All right. So, oh, where was I going? The monks. No, but this whole war on the internet. Well, Trump can't do this. They did. Hold on. There's a whole lot more AI data centers. There's it. I I have these arguments, Paul, with people because it's fun. I look at it as like barguments. We did a whole show of barguments, right? Where it's just you're sitting in a room, you're having a drink, you're talking, you're not really fighting, but you're just
Yeah.
disagreeing with each other. And I'd be like, well,
Yeah. That's right.
I
Yeah.
disagree with you, and I think that the technology does or will do this. And they're like, there's no way my Walkman still works. And I'm like, that's great. I understand. You put two AA Duracells in your Walkman, you get an audio cassette and it works. But that's what we're looking at with Russian technology.
That's
That's
exactly
what we're
right.
looking at with Chinese technology. And everyone goes, no, 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 you don't understand. China has sixth generation. And I'm like, sixth generation what? Sixth generation Walkmans?
Bro. Yeah. So I will say that Malaysia has the same technology. I will say that Vietnam and Cambodia have the same technology. I would say that India is the next level up on their technology, and Pakistan is stealing Indian technology to make them, to elevate them in this thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, bro,
Well, I got what I'm trying to explain to people, Paul, is that and they don't get it. They believe like and it's super easy to believe that societies are all on equal tech levels as America. Uh, okay, I get it. I mean, lots of Europe has iPhones, but they're not on the same level of technology. They're just
Bro, they're
not,
not.
not even close. And so when China says they have a Gen 6 stealth fighter, right? And we're not going to get too technical about this, but that's like a Gen 2 stealth fighter for America. Right. But that I just happened to be watching Paul. I rewatched because it was on free internet TV, Pluto. On the TV, I was watching Maverick, and I was watching a speech in that movie to Maverick that you are a dinosaur and your job is done
Yeah.
after this mission. And then the whoever it was, the commander, whoever it was, goes on to explain that we're replacing you all with robots.
Yeah. Yeah. John Hamm. Yeah.
John Hamm's a fantastic actor.
Yeah. Yeah. He was great in that. Yeah.
But he explains this is your last hurrah as naval pilots in the movie, in a public movie. He says, we're done. We are moving on to robots, and we've shown in a podcast, you and I, human optional technologies. I'm not saying we're going to get into them, but what my point is that we have moved beyond needing to put humans on the battlefield. And when it comes to Iran, I saw Buzz Patterson. I don't know if you follow his account. He used to carry the nuclear football for Bill Clinton, naval aviator,
Yeah.
really, really stand up dude. He said, when do you guys expect shock and awe? And I responded to him, I was like, I think it's going to be the exact opposite of shock and awe. I think it's going to be precision. Nobody's going to know until a day or two later. And then you're going to go, where's the IRGC?
Bro, that is spot on. And even if you're a layman, you have to understand that's what's fixing to happen. It's not shock and awe. It's not a swarm mentality, which has been talked about before. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that. It's going to be subtle, it's going to be technical, and it's going to be laser focused. And it's
That
going to be some nerd senior airman in the Air Force, you know, raining hellfire and damnation down on it. That's
right,
just
but the Hellfire Damnation is not going to be HW or Walker
right.
Bush
No, it's not going to be B
blowing up
52 dropping
entire.
500 pounders. Yeah.
It will be precise,
Yep.
and some of them might be laser guided, some of them might be satellite guided.
Right.
It's just
So people have to understand, Sean, you and I have talked about this before. The the reason for the Ukraine war was so the top 3 or 4 defense contractors could clear their bench stock so that they could bring on this new technology. So they had to sell or get rid of that stuff that they had, Tomahawk missiles and, the AV-1s and the UA-6, all those kind of things are now outdated. And so they had to clear their bench stock so that they could rearm with the latest and greatest technology.
Well, did you see that Trump went to Ford and GM, which still exists, sort of, and said, "Hey, listen, can you guys rearm the bench stock while these other guys build the new stuff?"
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. So,
this is all public knowledge to all of
no,
you who
no,
don't
I'm
know.
not. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. No, I got you.
But Tomahawks, is Paul and I have clearly laid out, is Cold War technology. It's great technology. Go back and reference the movie I just talked about, Maverick, where they launch 100 Tomahawks in to soften a site for Maverick and his team of four
Yeah.
F-18s to go in. It's not that it's not a capable weapon. It is not.
No, that's right.
It's not a silent weapon.
Yeah. Nobody's saying that, though.
Everything we have now is silent.
Yeah.
Silent. You'll
Yep.
never know. All of a sudden, your dick will just blow off.
Yeah. Literally, Sean, you're going to be like the mayor of Hiroshima. What was that noise?
Right? Well, that's like war technology begets civilian technology, and there's a lot of good benefits to civilian technology. And here's where I'm going to point that out, is this conversion to AI,
Right.
right?
Right.
So the army did it first, or the war did it first, and then you get it later. So first, we had the internet, but that was only for the military. Then the rest of the civilians got it, right? The normies got it. So all of these technologies just keep getting released down, 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 and then you get
Yeah.
lots of benefits out of it, like the company Boom Supersonic,
Oh, yeah.
which is in the beginning stages of producing a commercial supersonic aircraft that you could never have done post Concorde.
Well, I I would say okay, Sean, but I would also say that's kind of been put on the back burner since Iran.
What, Boom Supersonic or supersonic flight in general?
Yeah, no, supersonic flight in general.
Okay, because Boom, the president has a very active X account. Has been nonstop working. They have even gotten to the point where they built a factory to build their own turbine fins and blades.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, let me get if you disagree with their progress, let me know, because I see them making much more progress in the civil sector than Boeing Defense or Lockheed are making in this.
No, so hmm.
And it's a
I just
startup
can't.
company.
No, I gotta say, I think this is safe to say. I just came back from a tour. Uh,
Hmm.
with at the Raytheon plant in outside of Seattle.
Okay.
They got that big,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
absolutely they do.
it's like 100,000 square feet under roof. And although they were in, yeah, I'm not going to say, Sean. Never
No,
mind.
no, okay. Well, I think I get your. What I'm saying is that both what is his name, Brad from Boom Supersonic, and then Elon, who is using
Right.
the same blades and fins to do gas powered turbines. He's like,
Sure.
screw you, I'll just build my own power plants.
I'll just,
It,
yeah.
would- it would be the same thing as Brad is trying to do with Boom Supersonic, to build supersonic jet engines. They both say, well, the choke point in that technology is that there's only two companies on the planet that do it. And so we're
Well,
just going to build our own.
so
No, no, yeah. Just only say what you can say, but that's where what
yeah,
the current public
that's not
argument
entirely
is.
true. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Well, and again, that just goes back to, oh, well, we did it in the military first,
Yeah.
and then and then, and then the public got a hold of it
Yeah.
a couple decades later,
Right.
right?
So that's been a Skunk Works operation literally since the early 2000s.
What do you? All right. Well, I like Skunkworks and all as a civilian, but what do you think about Anduril and this 24-year-old genius? Oh, just thoughts. Like super crazy, fucking genius. Like,
No, not super crazy. He's he's smart as hell. And I have to say, Sean, I just got to leave it at that.
no, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. It just when I look at Palmer Lucky, I see Lucky Palmer, but I see genius.
Yeah, go ahead.
I see genius. That's all. I see genius. And he's like, and I also like the way he responds to social media posts. And they're like, "You've never built anything outside of a government contract." And he goes, "Oh yeah, Facebook Oculus One, Facebook
Yeah,
Oculus Two," and he just lists all the products that he
yeah,
personally designed and built, and,
yep.
and goes, "All right, so what else do you need from my resume, bro?" Like these guys are top notch.
That's pretty accurate, dude.
These guys are top notch, and there's the reason they're top notch is just because they started this as teenagers, all of them, and they're like, "This is what I'm going to do. I'm
Yeah,
going to create the most
yeah,
modern technology that's ever existed."
exactly right. Yeah.
And then
And and what is appealing to me being in the industry is that they're so casual about it. It's not a bunch of, white shirt, skinny tie, you know what I
well,
mean?
isn't that
IBM guys that are regimented in that. And they're like, yeah, no, I think, I was sitting around last night and smoked a bowl. And I think I'm going to develop this thing. And they develop it. And then DOJ or DOW, they go, holy shit, dude, what's your name again? You know what I mean?
no? Absolutely right. And you can like if you go into government getting in the way, we can go into history and talk about Edison versus Tesla and the government getting in the way of Nikola Tesla. But
Yeah,
we currently live under a government that is just like, no, go, go
go
build
for it.
shit, go
Yeah,
build shit,
yeah,
to build it for human good.
yeah,
Even if human good means we need war tech, go build it. But also, if we like all of the stuff you're building, will be used for civilization.
yeah. Look at Hegseth, man. That's exactly what he's about.
Yes.
You know, and that's what I love about him. He's like, no, let's get after it. You got a bunch of 18 to 20-year-olds. So you're in my generation, we're like, you're 20 years old. You don't know shit what you're talking about. You just don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
And this new generation coming up with Hegseth, he's like, dude, you guys are smart as shit. Give me something. Give me some options. Let's work this out, you know?
You started gaming at 6. You started programming at 8. Teach me. Right? No, that's and
Yeah.
Hegseth is looking at it the correct way. And
Yeah.
like I said, Palmer, what is he, 24?
Yeah, he's 24.
Like I know Elon's 50, but Palmer's 24. This is the new modern world. And what one of the things that really gets me, Paul, is that I'm looking at the death of college because of them, not because of what they're doing, but because of what they're creating. And there's no college that could teach it, but you could learn
Right.
it with AI. You can
No.
just sit down for 2
Yeah,
hours a day and
100%, dude.
start teaching me about rocket technology to your
Right.
AI teacher
Right.
and start learning and typing and learning and typing and asking questions. Or it could be music art, or it could be something else. That your total ability to learn something is no longer limited in the West because you
Yeah.
now have access to multiple AIs
Right.
and the internet.
So
And
when
that's
you and I went to college, it was so regimented and so
blocked. I would say it was
myopic.
blocked.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It just was. You know, I got my master's degree in criminal justice, and there was no thinking outside the box, bro. It was all, Giuliani's broken window theory, all that kind of stuff. But there was no thinking, yeah, hey, write me a white paper on what you would do. We never got that opportunity.
No, and again, that goes. A lot of people are so super resistant to the technology. And let me ask you, what if you were able to just self learn? Before I get into what I was going to go to, what if you were able to just self learn that? Not like I know our time, we would have had to go to the library and spend gazillions of hours going through the Dewey
Sure.
Index and finding the literature that we can just now
Yeah,
type
right.
into our machine and go, tell me about this specific law, about this specific case. Boom, you have it in front of your eyes. You can
Yeah.
learn about it, you can understand it, and then you can move on and learn more, which is what we have in 2026. What do you think about college now for criminal justice or for anything else?
So let me tell you my life now. Been in the defense industry. I did 20 years in law enforcement and I've done 20 years in defense, right? And now I'm using AI tools to help me do analysis and stuff, right? And so I can take the previous RFP from 2020 and do an analysis that says benchmark West Tech International's uh, accomplishments against the RFP and identify any gaps where we might need a partner. and in, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes,
It's quick, 2 or 3
get
minutes.
I get a 15-page document that says, "Hey, you're weak in this, you're strong in this, you got excellent reviews on this program, but you need to beef up this. And we would recommend," and then at the end it goes, "Would you like me to recommend some companies that could fill those gaps?" I mean, it literally says that, Sean.
It's no,
And
that
I'm
and that
like,
that that's my point. It's that easy.
and
It's that
you're
easy.
right. And that used to take me 2 weeks to do.
Now, that also did not take away your human job. All it did was make you 2 weeks more efficient.
Oh, yeah. And my CEO is like, "Dude, you're Nikola Tesla. You're the smartest." Yeah. Holy shit, dude.
Alright.
He's got no concept of what, you know.
Well, yeah, CEO
Yeah, it's
and
awesome.
CEOs don't need to be obviously Elon and some others are that involved, but most CEOs, that's not even their job. And a lot of people will bitch and moan about, well, CEOs make, 300,000% base their workers. And well, CEOs, okay, fine. I get it, but CEOs are there to deal with the
Yeah.
stockholders, the shareholders that you could never deal with because trust me, shareholders are finicky little bastards.
Yeah. They don't, yeah. They are.
They
They're
are.
fucking, every fucking investor is a beta male.
Yes. And they cry all the time.
And they cry all the time. And they're like, "Oh, I want to be a defense contractor."
Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah. No, they don't. Yeah.
No, they don't. There's no way. They couldn't possibly handle it. Which is
They can't.
I don't know how Palmer uh even deals with investors because the stuff he's doing is like alien technology. It's fucking wild. The shit that Anderill's doing. I don't
Yeah.
know how he deals with investors, but
Yeah, right.
he clearly laughs it off. He's just like, "Look, you can invest or you can not invest. I don't really give a shit. We're gonna do this."
Yeah.
And he posts videos that says it. Like he'll
I
post a
know, that's what I love. He's like, it's not surreptitious, you know what I mean? He just posts it out there. "Hey, this is what I discovered."
And yeah, dude. A couple of days ago, he posted a couple of photos of drones. One was self landing. One was clearly not self landing. You can infer what the one that was not self landing is supposed to do. And people are losing their fucking minds. And I commented under it, and it's like, I noticed you wanted to bring one of those home because it had legs.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, 100%, bro.
But the other one, I didn't say it, but the other one clearly he's never coming home.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
You look
awesome.
at all this stuff, and it just people I think right now are gonna experience what happened basically when the internet started happening in
Right.
the 90s. But in
Yep.
2026, they're gonna experience this total AI, total robot revolution driven by the CIA and the tech companies. I'm not blaming the
Yep.
CIA for anything right now. I blame
Anything,
them for
yeah.
plenty, but not right now. In like, whatever, they released the, UFO files. Just call them the CIA files and deal with it. Get over it. It's just technology. Just
Yeah,
calm down.
just deal with it.
Just calm down.
Relax, dude.
Well, and it look and well, it could have been Russian. I don't give a shit, but it probably wasn't. It could have been Chinese. It could
So
have, but
what?
probably not. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so what, dude?
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna tell you it wasn't aliens. That's all I'm gonna say. It was technology. We technology. That's what humans have done
Yep.
forever. Forever. And America has perfected the timeline of delivering technology. Other countries are involved. Don't get me wrong, but America is at the top of the game. And whether it's war or whether it's just like literally, Paul, I just got access to Grok to handle my Google Suite. I wish it could handle my iCloud suite. That'll happen soon. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll try it. And so I hooked it up. I did the connections or whatever I was supposed to do. And then I said, hey, Grok,
Right.
can you just get rid of every erroneous email that I have in my Gmail account, and only tell me about the important ones? And if they're not important, just fucking delete them.
Just
And
delete it. Yeah,
Grok
send
said,
them
"Yeah,
out.
no
Yeah.
problem. I just deleted 900 emails. You have 3 emails you should read."
I did 1,956 emails today. That's so funny that you say that.
I'm telling you, the AI agent, I was using a personal one, not an executive level
No,
one.
no, no. I was using Gmail. Yeah.
No, but I used Grok to just go to my Gmail,
That's what I did too. It's so funny you say that, dude. We
right?
are so aligned. I did that this afternoon about 3:30.
Well, and so when you look at that, and if you go, you could do that at a personal email level. Look at somebody who maybe does logistics. Hear me out. And their job is to hold on. Their job is they're a broker, and their job is to send out an email to Fish and say, "I've got a load. It pays this. Will you accept it?" And they send it out to a chain of maybe 100 truckers, independent truckers, right?
Right.
And then I don't know how many truckers respond, but some will say, "I'll take it for 2,200 or whatever the
Yeah, yeah,
price
yeah.
was,"
No, I got
which
you.
is
Yeah,
super low. Which is super low, by the way, because
sure.
we personally know and have talked to and have
Yeah,
done
like
shows with
Texas
truckers.
Trucker, JB Anderson. Yeah, those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and the broker taking 7 grand out of the load too for sending 3 or 4 emails. So, hear me out. I know everyone's gonna be, oh, you're taking human jobs. No, I'm taking jobs away from people who aren't actually doing a job that an AI
Right.
could do. So the AI, you go tell your AI, you're running this little distribution
Right.
brokerage.
Right.
I've got a load. I needed to get from
AI
Tulsa
could do
to
that.
Chicago,
Yeah.
and you shut the phone down. Your AI goes, sends the emails out, captures the ones that'll take the load,
That's
finds the
exactly
lowest
right.
bidders,
Yeah. It
sends out the
eliminates the
message that
broker.
you won the bid, you get
Right.
the load, and then you don't do any as a human, you don't do anything. All you
Yep.
did was talking to your AI phone and say,
Yep.
"I've got a load. It needs to go from Tulsa to Chicago."
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
So that literally, which is what Jamie complains about at Texas Trucker, it eliminates the broker. You just do it through AI
Yes.
and you pick up the load. If your mileage rate, is competitive, you get the job. That's all.
Yeah, and it removes the broker, which takes a good chunk out of the load.
Oh, yeah, they're fucking pirates, dude.
Yeah, they are. Well, so then let's walk it a step further in technology. So what if I've got the AI is now the broker that doesn't need to get paid? All I have to do is pay him $300 a month to Anthropic or to SpaceX AI or to OpenAI or to whatever that you're
Yeah,
using as your agent, right? So I'm paying
right.
$300 a month to get multiple agents to handle all of these brokerage calls, emails. They send like 3 emails a day.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, I know one personally. That being said,
Oh, really?
no, that being said, no, and like it's done very well for his family, very well. That being said, well, what if now all of a sudden you're gonna? Here's what people's minds are gonna be blown. What if we just make the trucks robots? Now we're not paying the broker. Now we're not paying a truck driver. And now all of a sudden your entire 53-foot truck of apples going to your local grocery store doesn't have
Yep.
to pay either of those people.
Yep.
Your apples now drop to 10 cents a bag.
Yeah.
And that's what I know they can't comprehend this. That's what will be the first thing that happens.
It
Is that
really will.
the AI
No,
and the robots
100%.
will
And the
create
truck
everything
drivers
to me.
are up in arms about it.
Well, I don't disagree with their thoughts, but they're not seeing the big picture is that all of a sudden everything gets super fucking cheap because logistics just got super fucking
Right.
cheap.
Yeah. We call that critical logistics in the defense industry.
I don't see how it doesn't start there in defense and then move
It's already
into
started, Sean.
really.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. We're doing uh I mean my company, we're doing so much autonomous logistics and warehousing right now. It's crazy. I mean, and we're also doing autonomous bench stock, parts and that kind of thing. It's all autonomous. We just install our AI dashboard and we make sure that it uh, communicates with the Army, Navy, Marines, their dashboard, and
The
we just
API.
run all of
And for
our.
for for everybody, uh, below Gen X, so he's talking about connecting to the API.
Yeah, and so um, not only do we run our um, bench stock and that kind of stuff through AI, we also send reports and have compatibility with the military supply chain dashboard.
Yeah, that's what the connectivity of the API, that's what I was talking about, yes.
Yeah, it's the API connectivity, and so our customer can at any given time just come out, connect on via the API and look at our bench stock and say, hey, It looks like you're getting a little low on this. We're fixing to run a mission. We need some more of
Wow.
this, that, and the other.
So it's pre-thinking.
Oh, absolutely.
That's incredible.
Bro, it's incredible, Sean. It's incredible. It analyzes future missions and says, you're going to need this, 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 and this for those F-18s. And you better get it now. And 3 of your F-18s are coming up on ejection seat renewal.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to contact the ejection seat vendor and get the new blast caps and all of that installed in those F-18s, or they can't run the mission. I mean, it's that finite, Sean.
So when does and I like that it's human involved right now, but when do you think both military, but I'm more concerned about civilian when AI literally just runs the show, runs the gamut, the planet, whatever you want to call it, and a lot of people are going to freak out and go, "Ah, Terminator!" What? Hold on, no, it's not going to be that. But when these things are self-predictive like this, and I'm not talking about the movie Tom Cruise, where self-predicting crime. I'm talking about self-predicting need in the supply chain. Uh, like, how long do you think we are? 5 years away? 2 years away?
No. So yeah, let me address that. So we still have logisticians, site managers that oversee that, right? And they actually go through, because AI is not perfect, they actually go through and identify any anomalies or anything like that. So you're not eliminating a site manager, you're not eliminating a logistician, you're sending him to training so that he can analyze what the AI is saying and make a determination. It's still got to be signed off by the site guy, right? It still has to be signed off because it's his ass.
Well, I don't
It's
disagree,
not
and
like
I
it
have 8 years.
automatically does all this and it's automatically signed off. That's not how we do it.
Well, I don't disagree with you that the human, because I spent 8 years with the federal government of being that human that made sure a federal agency got everything it needed, from 80-foot articulated buses to toilet
Oh, sure.
paper.
Yeah, you know all that from
Right,
your job.
so,
Yeah.
and so my point is, like, I'm trying to guesstimate when can AI be predictive enough to replace somebody like me who was managing an entire federal department that purchased everything that the
Never.
department needed.
It's not going to happen.
No?
No, Sean, it's not going to happen.
I well, I will.
So AI is a tool
Yes.
that a procurement manager would use in his toolbox, but it's not going to be left up to AI. There still has to be accountability, and it's got to be signed off by somebody like you, that you're saying, hey, I got bench stock for these articulated buses, for example, right? And AI is going to help you in predicting, you know, mean time between failures, or that's what we call it in aviation. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Uh,
Preventative maintenance is we did
yeah,
a PM
maintenance
schedule.
things. and AI will help you watch trends where, hey, all of these Van Hools that we have, the alternators are going at 5,000 miles, or or whatever, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I
So
think I think
it helps you do that, but it's still your decision.
I think that part's accurate, but that also eliminates all my buyers.
What do
So
you mean? Say
I'm
that
just
again.
I think that's accurate what you said, accurate. But that also eliminates all my buyers. They don't need 12 employees anymore. Because the AI, the agents, so AI, the way AI is going is they're working into agent modes, and you can purchase 1 to 12 or however many you need. Currently, I can employ 4 for $50 a month from Grok. But so think about that, $50 a month for 4 employees. Let's scale that up and go to pro scale. $300 a month gets me 1,000 employees. So hear me out. Yes, there's a human. Hold on. There's a human still involved at that ultimate decision level of why are you ordering 3,000 rolls of 3,000 cases of toilet paper for our downtown transit center where the buses go, and we don't even let people go into the bathrooms because it's the downtown transit center and they're just going to use heroin in there if we allow them to use the bathroom. So we don't. And you go back and you talk to AI agent 12 and say, hey, listen, we're not going to order that kind of toilet paper for the transit center. We're only going to order enough for the current human employees that live or work there, which is about 32. You need to recalculate. And that's really my point is where we're the last people that will be employed to finish. There'll be people employed forever, but to finish out the training of the AI is going to be people like me or you who are fine tuning the AIs in their respective jobs, just like what I
No,
said.
that's absolutely right, though, Sean. So it would be incumbent upon you to write the prompt for AI that says, I need a prediction of toilet paper use for 35 employees working, 27, 80 hours a year on site, or whatever.
Not
And
Yeah, non-public use, not public
yeah,
use.
not yeah, and you put that in your prompt, non-public use. These are employees only, and it'll give you accurate data.
I don't disagree with, like, we're on the same page. What I'm saying is that people like me and you, obviously, because you're doing it, will be the last though, because the AI can do the purchaser's job. They can do the receivables job. They can do no. All right.
Nope, they can't, bro. They can use AI as a tool, but you have to have the person that works for Sean that is responsible for that thing. And he uses AI to help predict what it is, but it's not like AI sends Sean a message and says, this is what we need to do. You have got to have a manager to do all of that. Yeah, it's just if you don't do that, Sean, you're screwed. And you could still increase your ROI and lower your cost, and you make your subordinates, you give them a little training and stuff, and your subordinates become more productive.
I
But AI is a tool; it's not the end game.
no 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 like all right. So I don't disagree with you on it's not the end game. It's not. It will ultimately help humans and it will bring a better future. What I am getting at is because I'm watching how fast AI and just technology in general, robots will start
Yeah.
next year. It is yeah, it will absolutely eliminate a lot of human jobs in what they do. There's other
Oh
jobs.
no, I got you.
There's other jobs it will create.
Yeah. But
So
do
if
you
you're a
know how many years away we are from AI robot doing an oil change on an articulating bus or changing a tire? We're
five,
years away from that, dude.
five, five, five. So I follow this closely, Paul. It's not just Tesla. There's dozens of companies that do this.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
by the way, Anduril does it, but they're not going to be commercial. But
They're the pointy end of the spear.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be something different, and we've
Yeah.
all talked about you've heard the podcast before, you know exactly what they're gonna do. They're going to replace humans, in World War II's trench style warfare. That's all I'm gonna say, but Paul, what I'm getting at is the AIs and even the robots, right? So, like, there's this big hubbub, this big Bernie Sanders throwing a fit about the robots inside of Amazon warehouses because it literally is deleting human jobs. It is probably necessarily so. But that being said, there's going to be there's going to be needs, right, to fix robots. There's going to be all kinds of new needs now that robots are replacing humans inside of Amazon delivery centers.
Bro.
And then
Do you
there was
think
something else I saw tonight to top that from Palmer Lucky posted tonight and said there is like to all of you assholes who believe in climate change, why are you fighting your DoorDash delivery drone? No, think about it. Because it's electric and it's delivering your fucking burrito.
yeah.
And it did it precision and it did it
Yeah.
in 10
Uh,
minutes.
yeah.
It flew in, flew out.
He and his ilk just don't know what they're talking about. They're just they're just uh,
How do you mean? I only got you for a couple of minutes. What do you mean by
yeah, I
that?
got a hard stop at
Yeah.
8.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Huh?
What do you mean by that? He and his ilk. Palmer?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So
Palmer
he
Lucky.
so
Anderl.
but he espouses all this stuff, and some of it I agree with, but um I I don't know, man. I just question his motive.
Oh, well, I think that's fair, but I could question anyone's motive. Clearly, uh, Thomas Edison questioned Nikola Tesla's motor
Yeah, for sure, bro.
and
Yeah,
destroyed a technology that is now coming back.
yeah,
Wireless electronic transfer of energy,
yeah, 100%, bro.
right?
Yep.
So you just if you look at it from that point of view, who's to know?
Yeah, so I'm not discounting him. I'm just
Well,
I
look,
don't know.
and I know your suppliers probably have even cooler tech that we're not going to get into that, but well, I guess the whole point of this show was we have technology that nobody understands. And so the shock and awe that everybody on Twitter is talking about will not be
Yeah,
shock and awe. It
yeah,
will be a pinprick,
yep.
but the pinprick will be so impressive
It will be very impressive.
that yeah, we may no longer have to worry about the IRGC. Paul, man, this was a great conversation. I love talking technology.
This is
I love
awesome,
hanging out with
bro.
you.
Yeah.
Let's close this one out.
Okay.
I had a great time.
Yeah. Talk to you, bro. Love you.
You should